Hello guys, and welcome to a new series today by me, Vulcan. We are going to be playing Total War Warhammer once again, and we're going to be starting a new grand campaign. And this time round we're going to be playing as the Warriors of Chaos. So, the Warriors of Chaos was the most requested faction while I was playing the Wood Elf campaign, so I decided to basically start this campaign based on that. So the Warriors of Chaos, they have the Chaos Gods, Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle and Slaanesh. They have many mortal worshippers in the far north. Archaon the Ever-Chosen, a Chaos Lord, gathers his armies. Barbarous, bloody fighters accompanied by masses of mind-fraying creatures. Where they tread, nations quake in fear, convinced the end times are nigh. They are. So, we basically have three abilities. We awaken the tribes, which is kind of like bringing Norscan tribes back to life as your ally. You can also vassalize Norscan tribes, which is much more useful, but I'll go into that more as we play on. Chaos Corruption is a very cool mechanic. It's basically we spread that throughout the land, and it causes public order issues for enemies, which causes chaos rebellions, which basically spawns a chaos army, which is our ally, and crushes whoever it's against, which is really nice. And also it causes attrition when you have enough chaos corruption in a province. We also have a powerful unit roster of armored infantry and monsters, basically no ranged units other than hell cannons, which are artillery, but we'll get into that again when we start playing. This is the background of Chaos. If you'd like to read that, then please feel free to pause it. I'm going to continue, and we're going to select our Lord. So we have three Lords to choose from: Archaon, Kolek, and Prince Sigvald. In this one, I'm going to be playing as Archaon. He is the faction leader. He's a powerful melee fighter and leader. He can use spells from the Law of Fire, like Fireballs, which is really cool early game ability. He has extra 5% campaign map movement range. He has minus 10% upkeep for Chaos Warriors, Aspiring Champions and Chaos Knight units, which is very useful as well. And trust me, this extra 5% campaign map movement range from the start is amazing. And considering we're going to be playing on very hard, it's important that that's the case, and I'll get into that again when we jump into the campaign. He starts with extra Chaos Warriors with halberds, and Chosen with great weapons. I'm just going to show you Kolek. Kolek starts with extra Dragon Ogres and gets the minus % upkeep for Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and Dragon Ogre units. He's a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth himself with the giant mace that we've seen before in the Wood Elf campaign. This is his background. If you would like to read it, then feel free to pause. As for Prince Sigvald, again, this is his background. Feel free to pause it. And these are his details. He's just a powerful melee leader and fighter. Not really many special abilities, but he gets amazing additional starting units. So 2 units of Chosen, as opposed to the 1 of Archaon, and a Hell Cannon. His Lord effects are extra leadership when fighting against humans, and also bonus Chaos Corruption for all characters. Now we do get all 3 of these characters as we move throughout the campaign, but in this time round we're going to start off with Archaon the Ever-Chosen. Let's go ahead and jump straight in.
The old world is weak. The mortal nations flounder in their own incessant and petty wars. Ignorant of what truly awaits in the north. I come before the mighty Archaon as a mere minion. For now, at least, the gods' favored champion chooses to hear my advice. I pray to the dark powers that I do not fail him. Despite such a risk, I urge my master that now is the time to march south. The Northmen grow restless. We must harness that and send the tribes in a great tide southwards to flood the old world. Archaon himself, chosen of the gods, will lead the hordes of chaos as we despoil the lands of men and dwarfs. No soul, no matter how blackened or pure, shall see salvation. You are the ever-chosen. The Chaos Gods call you to action, mighty champion. Their lust for ruin must be sated. You shall go into the lands of the mortals to spread fear and destruction. The Norse tribes to the west shall fall easily before you. Bind those willing to join your cause, and slay the rest. Further to the south lie the nations of men. They will resist your advance, and for good reason. You will bring them annihilation, mighty lord. Devour the mortal souls to bring the favor of the Chaos Gods. March forth and spread oblivion in their name.
Here we are, guys. Total War Warhammer campaign, playing as Chaos on very hard difficulty. And after the epic intro, here's our chapter objective, which is to raise or sack 4 settlements. The pawn. All our pawns of Chaos, all must serve. Do as the Dark Gods wish and begin the destruction. Thus is the way prepared for the end times. So this is Archaon here, lovely chap. And we're going to start off by moving 75% of our movement.
My destiny lies this way.
And then we are going to encamp. That requires us to have 25% movement range left, which is why I left 25%. And then what we can do in this turn is recruit some Chaos Marauders. As for our technology, we're going to go for the Path of Ruination. This is how the technology works as Chaos. It is you pay for each tier, and then you can basically research the other ones over time. So this only costs 1 turn. All of these only cost 1 turn at the top. All the ones underneath cost basically increasing time as you go further to the right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to leave us on 1,750 favour. That's favour of the gods. That's our currency. We can use favour to upgrade to a tribal gathering, but I'm not going to do that just yet, I don't think. Although, actually it might be a good idea. Because we get extra minus 10% upkeep from the get-go if we do, and that will add up over time for sure. Like that saving that we're making there. So yeah, I'm going to do it straight away. So we're going to end the turn. So our technology is complete. We're going to move on to Skulls for the Skull Throne to get extra income from post-battle loot. We're going to jump into normal stance and we're going to attack Bersenling's camp. Now something that I need to basically say is I am going to be exploiting auto-resolve quite a lot in this very hard campaign, just because I'm going to need to in order to win. Chaos starts in such a hard position. Obviously it doesn't look like it just yet, but honestly, you just wait. Okay, so balance of power, we're going to use that to get a really good auto-resolve. That will give us some cash. It will also allow us to sack the settlement. And then we're going to go back there to Bersenling camp. And we're going to awaken Bersenling, which is our first military ally. We also got some experience from that. We're going to get Brute Marcher, which gives us an extra 10% campaign map movement range. And then we are going to move as far on as we can. End the turn there. So we already have a military ally in Bersenling. Right, let's move 75% again. I can tell how far I'm moving by the bar on the left by Archaon's portrait. You can see the little green bar goes up and down the further or less you're going to move. And I'm basically taking it to the last square, and then I can click on encamp. And then I can recruit better units. Although actually this turn I might just upgrade to the trial pit and not recruit anything just yet. You're probably wondering why I'm doing that. There is a reason, and that's because the trial pit allows us to get Chaos Marauders with great weapons, which are armor piercing. And considering we're going to be bumping into the dwarves sooner than later, they have a lot of armor, so armor piercing is useful. As for our upgrade, tempting to go for the Warband of Chaos. I think I'm going to go for that straight away. That's going to bring us up to level 3 encampment and minus 15% upkeep. And I'm going to go up to level 4, I think, as soon as I can. And then what I'm going to do is get the Unholy Furnace and then the Demonic Forge, which is going to give us access to the Hell Cannon. Because the Hell Cannon is vital, I think, for Chaos, especially on a very hard difficulty campaign. And that's because it forces the enemy to attack you, and also it allows you to siege settlements in one turn. So I've thought about this a lot before I've started playing, and I've also played an entire playthrough of Chaos before, like on normal difficulty. So I kind of know what I'm doing, or at least I think or hope I know what I'm doing. We're going to go ahead and attack Frozen Landing. And we're going to auto-resolve that. We are going to get lots of loot, we're going to sack it. And this turn we're going to encamp. We're going to level up. We're going to level up Archaon. I think I might give him Dominating Presence. Although Tribes of Chaos is useful for the extra horde growth, over time that'll be incredibly useful. Enemy siege holdout time also very, very useful for Chaos. Unless I'm going to be using... actually, yeah, probably not, actually. If I'm going to be using the cannons. So we're going to go for Dominating Presence to get the extra leadership aura. And we're going to start replenishing this turn because we're in encamp stance. I'm going to end the turn there. Turn skipping is quite common in Chaos because you are generally sitting around quite a lot in camp stance. But we're going to jump back into normal stance. We're going to attack Frozen Landing again. We're going to auto-resolve this. Another decisive victory. Extra loot. And we're going to raise it. And that will give us extra experience, and we're going to go for Chaos Vanguard, which is going to give us extra melee attack for Marauders, Chaos Warriors, and Aspiring Champion units. Okay, so he's level 4 already. I actually forgot to recruit last turn, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so I'm going to have to encamp for a couple turns and do that. I should have done that last turn, at least recruited a couple. That might set us back a little bit. So I'm going to move up here. I'm going to move 75%. And I'm going to encamp. And we're going to get Chaos Marauders with great weapons. Actually, we can recruit 3. That's really good, actually, because we did get the level 3 Warband of Chaos. So yeah, that's nice. Okay. So we're going to end the turn there. Already making 715 per turn. And there comes a big Dwarven army. Skulls for the Skull Throne is complete. And the quest is asking me to raid Volksgrad. Now, considering this massive army turned up, I could possibly face off against that. Just depends what forces they have. They have a couple of quarrelers, and it looks like they do have thunderers as well. So that's probably a bad idea. Right, let's go into normal stance. Head back in the opposite direction. And then I will encamp again. And we will recruit a couple more guys. So those are armor-piercing missiles with the Marauder Horsemen. But they have less range. So they do more damage, but less range. I think we're just gonna... yeah, we'll get a couple of Marauder Horsemen. Why not? Okay, we're gonna go to income from sacking settlements, plus 10%. And I am actually gonna go to Volksgrad now, and maybe raid that on the way down. Now, raising Frozen Landing should mean that Burstenling maybe goes over there and colonizes that. Hopefully they do, because that would be handy. If I go into raiding stance, I can't move very far. So what I'm actually going to do maybe this turn is march towards Volksgrad. I will head towards it. Let's see what the line of sight gives us. Oh yeah, let's just go as far as we can here. Next turn we will raid and attack Volksgrad. So Kislev came up. They have declared war on Red Eye. Not sure why they did that, but we're going to enter on the side of our ally. What? But this turn, I might just attack the settlement. And we'll auto-resolve it. So we're going to sack that. And we got a lot of stuff from that. And then we're going to raid this turn. I'm going to go for Chaos Vanguard to get the melee attack plus 7 for Marauders, Chaos Warrior and Aspiring Champion units. An extra charge bonus for those as well. Can't recruit just yet. But I am just going to check out what we got. So we got Barbarian, extra income from post-battle loot. We got minus 2% recruitment cost. And we also got the Book of Ashur, which is extra Winds of Magic power reserve. Did we pick that up? Wow, he's also a vessel. He gets extra 25% from sacking settlements anyway. Right, yeah, let's end the turn there. Get the extra 800 cash from the quest. And then we'll move towards Prague. Okay, so we completed that one. Raise or sack the following settlement. Kislev. It's down here. Okay, that's going to be really hard to do, actually. Right, let's attack Volksgrad, and I'll probably just raise it. We'll get more experience for Archeon by doing this. Also get plenty of loot from the battle. Raising that should give us a hand, and now I'm going to go for the plus 12 melee attack for Marauders, Chaos Warriors and Aspiring Champion units, and the extra charge bonus as well. Okay, so these guys are getting incredibly strong in terms of melee attack. Basically means they hit more frequently. They don't necessarily do more damage, but they hit more frequently. So we have 9,475 favour. We're going to go to Lure of Dark Promises after Rituals of Corruption is complete. And what I'm going to plan on doing maybe is coming round here and then up and attacking the Norse tribes from the south. In the meantime, I'll take out Kislev. Because the dwarves, that massive army, I couldn't deal with that even if I wanted to. Right, there's not an army in Prague. So I'm going to go and siege that. Oh, an ambush. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Already a very interesting battle. I'm going to save it just because I've been having some graphical issues with my game. But we're going to go ahead and fight this one on the battle map. So Archaon wandering forwards at the head of his army, and out of nowhere we're getting attacked. Yeah, let's just pause it. It's so cheating, but there we go. The Pistoliers are coming in. They're gonna charge into my flanks. Where else are we being attacked from? At the front. Okay, so that's pretty actually easy for me to deal with. I'm gonna grab all of my guys here. We're gonna spread out. I've got Archaon to just charge into them. On this side things, who are they attacking? Okay, so they're actually charging into the side of my Chaos Warriors. Right, we got all of our warriors back here. We're gonna tell them to move forwards. And basically all that's happening here is they've split up their melee forces and range forces, which is really good for us, because now what I can do is charge down their crossbowmen with my cavalry. We can chase off the Pistoliers with my Chaos Warhounds, and I can just get these Chaos spawn to join in the melee. So here we can just get these guys to engage. These lot need to come forwards. We need to make sure that these guys follow up as well. All their missile force is just running away. Like, oh, what do we do? Because they just got left behind. Anyway, over here we're going to fire the fireball across the lines. Do a lot of damage to the enemy. Already their soldiers faltering. Gonna go and attack their leader there. All of their crossbowmen are running away. I think it might be worth like getting my Marauder Horsemen to chase their Pistoliers while my Chaos Warhounds run down the crossbowmen. Over here we're winning the melee. Gonna fire another fireball down the line. Archaon's in a really good position. Look how many guys that kills on the way down there. Incredible. So we've got this little band of spearmen almost behind enemy lines at the moment. The Chaos Spawn are arriving. Over here, yeah, Chaos Warhounds doing what Chaos Warhounds do. And just wrecking the enemy crossbowmen and enemy missile units. Meanwhile, our cavalry is chasing their cavalry around. What's happening over here? Oh, okay, their Pistoliers got a ambushing shot onto my Marauders, which meant we lost there. But I mean, so far so good. They actually really cocked this up by attacking me. Look at this. Chaos Spawn coming in there. Gonna crush these spear infantry. Chaos Spawn are anti-infantry monsters, which makes them, yeah, pretty incredible against what they have. So far, so good. Just gonna get my units to line up and get ready for the next battle. Gonna chase down those Pistoliers with my Chaos Warhounds. I'm going to get these Chaos Warhounds back just because they're useful for running down units. And over here, all of my cavalry still chasing their cavalry. Although those Marauder Horsemen are actually catching up. These ones have short-range missiles, so that's kind of annoying. We did just lose a unit of horsemen entirely. Okay, so we're lining up against the next army. These guys are kind of coming back, but I don't know. Let's just fire a fireball into them. Not sure if that was worth a fireball, but it definitely killed some units. I actually want Archaon to stay with my men, so I'm actually just going to use maybe some swordsmen. I might bring back another unit, or another couple units of Chaos Marauders. Okay, over here, how's it going? We're getting there. Hopefully they're actually throwing their axes on the move. Don't know. But they are just running after the enemy cavalry. Over here we're going to engage the Empire Knights with the halberds. That's actually a really good engagement for us. No idea why they were running so far ahead, but they were. And that's some more Empire Knights. So they're going to engage there. I'm going to get Archaon to fire into that. Okay, he just hit my own men. That was fail, Archaon. That was really fail. Right, let's get these Chaos Warhounds in, come in here. Kind of need to free up my other Chaos Warhounds. I don't know where they are. Okay, they're all the way over there. They need to come in here and help us with the missile forces. Okay, Archaon, use your fireball please, and don't miss this time. Okay, thank you. Good job. Right, these guys, they can take the missile fire quite well because they're so well armoured. But we don't want to obviously get hit for free. Those Chaos Warhounds coming back. We're done over here. Constantine is nearly dead. I might just keep chasing him down there. Get my other infantry to move forwards. The Empire Knights are dying very quickly. They're going to try and run away, so I'm just going to blow up a lot of them. Now, one thing we have to remember that they are buffed because of the difficulty. So their leadership is actually pretty damn high. Okay, the enemy lord's dead. That's helpful. And we are nearly killing off some of their units. In other places we're losing our Marauder units. But here we're okay. My Chaos Warhounds are getting in position. I really need them to engage the crossbowmen there. Get these guys engaged in melee so they don't get shot at. I need these guys to keep running. Here we go. Okay, so we engage like a few units there with the Warhounds. These guys can come out wide. Right, let's run into the front. I need to make sure that all of these ranged units are engaged where I can. Need to make sure that Archaon's getting involved. And these big like melees are what basically we're striving for. Why have my Chaos Spawn all the way over there? That's really bad. My Chaos Spawn should be doing a lot of damage right now, but they're not. Alright, let's just charge backwards and forwards. See if we can do more damage with those Chaos Spawn. I'm going to get Archaon to keep charging in. I want him to get as far into their men as possible so that he can use his fireball most effectively. Here we go. Okay, they're going to start to rout by the looks of things. So these have been two pretty damn large armies that we've been dealing with. Their pistoliers are coming back now. Would like to be able to use my Chaos Spawn. My Chaos Warhounds. We're going to get these ones to charge into the back of the crossbowmen. So we don't have enough Winds of Magic to use our spell just yet. Oh, that's good. We made all those guys rout. Ah, it's a chain rout. Nice. That was a close victory, that's for sure. But it was an ambush that we won. Didn't expect the reinforcing army to be so strong, but it really was. And that is a really, really good job. We're going to go for the sacrificed captives, maybe. Actually, no, we're going to get slaughtered captives for the extra leadership for 5 turns. We're going to need it, I think. So ambusher discovered. I'm not sure if we can attack him this turn. Because we got ambushed like midway through our movement, which is annoying. But we got a ton, an absolute ton of cash for that. So anyway, guys, unfortunately, that has been my time. So, hopefully, you've enjoyed the beginning of my Total War Warhammer campaign, playing as Chaos on very hard difficulty. It's definitely gonna keep getting harder. Having battles like that is going to be very common, where they're quite evenly matched, and basically we're going to have to try and outsmart the AI. In that case, I just kind of paused an ambush and took complete advantage of the misplacement of their units, but there we go. That's just what we got to do. Got to exploit that AI as best we can. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.